Tatiana, so we talked a little, you mentioned Tonya, so that we showed a clip of their courtship, Jeff and Tanya's courtship, which was, starts loving,
Yeah.
goes to domestic violence, you break the fourth wall, and has a great end shot of Margot Robbie firing the shotgun saying, I never had it. To me, as I mentioned to Myron, this film hinges on you pulling that off.
Yeah.
So how it went into that sequence specifically, because I think that was, I think, the heart of the film that made it work, but what went into kind of creating that?
Well, the whole film is all about the unreliable narrators, and that's something that obviously the writer brought to it. He decided to do this story, and he actually went and interviewed Tonya Harding and Jeff Gillooly, who I think lived in the same town but hadn't spoken to each other in years, and neither of them, when they each told their story, it didn't jibe at all. They completely looked at it a different way. The only thing they agreed on was Tonya Harding's mother and how crazy she was. And so that, that's in the story, and it's always just sort of this balance of like, because nobody knows what really happened, how much do you want to give away? You don't want to lean one way or another. And when they first meet and begin their courtship, that's a perfect example of, what really happened, who knows. But it's fun because you get to it's not blue screen, but it's close. You can kind of play around and do whatever you want.
I'm curious, so when editing, did you go in the point of view where do you have a strong opinion of knowing what actually happened? Or did you did you feel like did you feel like the movie, like you didn't even want to have an opinion on it?
No, not at all. I mean, I remember when the director first came to me and said that, he was going to be doing this film, and my first instinct was, why? It just seemed like absolutely uninteresting. And then I read the script and I completely understood why. It's an amazing story. And, this person that everybody hated so much, when you really look at the story, whether or not, depending on where the truth really lies, regardless, she had a horrible life and every single thing was against her. And yet she still, reached these goals, or tried to reach these goals, and it was really interesting. I think that one of the things that was very interesting to me is you go through the whole film, and oddly, the credit sequence at the end of the film is the real Tonya Harding skating. And I hadn't watched any of her, whenever she was in the Olympics, I obviously saw the Olympics and stuff, but or all those lead-ups to it, but I hadn't, working on the film, watched any of her skating at all. And then we decided at the end, okay, maybe we should do a little title sequence with all of her performances, and to kind of see, so you could see all the outfits and kind of see how well everything worked and stuff. And I just watched that one performance where she did, in the light blue outfit, where she actually did the whatever it is, triple axel, quadruple axel, I don't remember. And I was just mesmerized by her joy in that in that performance. After working on the film for the year and then seeing that, I just was like, we can't even cut it up. We just have to play it in its entirety. That was the height of her joy, and everything after that was just, a disaster.
It's one of my favorite shots of the movie, like Margot's face when she actually does the triple axel. Yeah.
It's a good sequence, yeah. But it was fascinating. I mean, again, the character, if you're not enjoying the characters, if you don't relate to the characters, and if you don't believe the characters, you get very bored very quickly, no matter how many bells and whistles there are. And I think in all of these things, they're super interesting characters that you like watching.